Welcome to Alley 26's Mixology at Home series. Today, we're whipping up another hot cocktail. And the first thing we do when we whip up a hot cocktail is heat the mug. Find yourself a nice thermal mug, a mug that can actually handle some heat. And another thing to emphasize is that it's not too big. If you have one of those, I know sometimes you just want a coffee mug the size of your head, but you really don't want to be making cocktails in that because it's just too big. So we want to take some nice hot water here, fill up that glass to get it heated, and then let it start to go again while your mug gets hot. The reason we want to make sure that the mug is heated to begin with is just like when you're stirring a cold drink to make sure that you're chilling a glass before you put in a nice cool drink so that the drink stays cold. It's just the reverse. We're going to make sure that this is nice and hot, so when we build a hot drink inside of it, we don't lose that heat to the glass, right? Nice and hot, that's looking good. Excellent, so there we have that. Okay, what we're gonna do is a drink we're calling the Bear Hug, and I think you'll see why. This is kind of a warm, enveloping drink. We're using our Alley 26 sweet potato syrup because it's delicious. Give it a good shake. We're gonna use a ½ ounce of that. It's nice and thick, so it'll give this drink some good viscosity. Oh yeah. Nope. And then, because it is a Bear Hug after all, we're gonna put a little honey syrup in there. That's a ¼ ounce of honey syrup. Now when I say honey syrup, I mean I'm gonna take honey and cut it with hot water 50-50. Really simple to make at home. Otherwise, honey's just even harder than that sweet potato looked to pour like accurately when making drinks. Then we're gonna do 1 dash of Ango right in there. That's Angostura, I should say. 1 dash of Peychaud bitters. I like them both, and they're very different from each other. The Angostura gives you a lot of clove and cinnamon and allspice, whereas the Peychaud gives you a little more anise, a little more herbaceousness, and a fresher presentation of the orange. Okay, last but certainly not least, we're gonna do 1 1/4 ounce of Hennessy. I'm using the VS. I like the VS for drinks like this. It's a really bold flavored cognac, and you can just, well, you can't because you're watching on TV, but you can really smell the fruit of that cognac, and it really is going to work tremendously in this drink. Okay, now we got a nice hot kettle here. You can use a kettle. You can use you can get hot water from the old-fashioned way by putting a kettle on your stove, or you can nuke some water in the microwave for a really long while. But just make sure whatever you do that your mug is really hot, and then the water you're adding is nice and hot. We're going to take that. We're going to give it a quick stir to incorporate. Oh yes. That is hot. Then the piece de resistance. Now you want to get this ready beforehand. You can either get some whipped cream from the store, or I'm just going to use some heavy cream and whip it up a little bit like this. It's not going to swirl around like the stuff that comes out of the jar, but it tastes pretty amazing. So we're just going to put that right on top. Yeah, just like that. And a little nutmeg. Seal the deal. And tuck into a nice Bear Hug. Enjoy.